All right. Hi, everybody. I'm going to give y'all a second to pop in and make sure that everything is working. You can hear me, you can see me. I am Nicki Baxley of Nicki Hearts Cards, and I'm so happy to be here. I have done the class on the Fun Fold easel. It's this card. If you've been going through the classes, this is how it looks flat. And then I'll show you what it looks like when it's opened up as well. So when it opens up, it forms into an easel like this so that someone can display it if they want to, which I thought would be really cool for your Christmas cards to have this displayed. So I just thought that would be a really fun thing. And of course, like all of my videos, I got into some extreme detail on what to do with this card. I love adding details and I love just really taking cards over the top. So if you haven't watched that video yet, definitely do it. If you haven't found me on YouTube, find me. She's got my name spelled right below. It's Nicki Hearts Cards. So if everybody will just start popping in questions, let me know if you had questions about this, any other questions about my crafting in general. I would love to hear that. So they said, what technique are you most known for? So I love to experiment with everything, but I think that I am most known for embossing folders, for masculine cards. I just made a couple of masculine cards in my video this week, and probably heat embossing. So those are some big things that I do. I do some really interesting stuff with embossing folders that just takes a lot of experimenting and is really fun. So if you love embossing folders or you're just getting started, you definitely want to find that on my channel for sure. See if we got another one. How do you do the greeting inside? How many layers? Okay, so I'm assuming you're talking about this, but I believe we did 2 layers of white. If you can kind of see, there's a white underneath that gold. And so I think I did 2 layers of really thick white paper. I use Accent Opaque White, which is something from Amazon. It's in my Amazon store if you want to see it. It's a really thick white paper, and I did 2 layers, and then I did the metallic layer on top. And that's so that you've got enough to hold this in the easel, because if you make really thin paper, your easel's just going to fall. Okay, let's see if we got any more questions. Oh, can I talk about my paper cutter that I used in the video? Yes, I can't easily get it, but if I stand to the side, you can see it right here. This is a Rototrim paper cutter, and it has a little bit different things than others. It's the Monorail 13. Yeah, that's what's called. Monorail 13, and it has little areas that really hold on to your paper. Great paper cutter, made in England, I believe. But lots of options for where to get those. If you want to message me after the stream, I will send you an affiliate link and a coupon code. My favorite crafting tool. I guess, does that mean my favorite item to use? Like, I love dies, I love embossing folders. As far as making things easier, I actually brought my favorite crafting tool, and this is going to look like a mess. I think I showed this in the video, but this is one of my favorite things. It is a sticky mat, and you'll see it's got lots of ink on it because I use it on every single card that I make. But this is from Altenew, and Altenew makes it sticks, so it holds your products down. And yes, it does get stained, but it lasts a long time. It's made out of like a silicone, and I love it. Great purchase, a little bit of an investment, but my favorite tool that I use all the time, besides something like a paper cutter or die cutting machine. What technique have you not done and would like to do? So I really love watching and doing different mixed media stuff. I'm kind of trying that out right now. I am not big into that, but I'm wanting to learn more techniques and learn a little bit more about that and gel press plates, things like that. All right. Is that the same kind of mat used for gel painting? No. So this mat is intentionally sticky. So when you see like gel prints, it's a little bit thicker mat. Same general idea. You probably could stick something to a gel mat, but this one has like grippy stuff on the back to hold it, and then it's got a flat surface to blend on, or just to hold your paper, either way. So where do I get my inspirations? I get inspiration everywhere. So with masculine cards, I have 2 teenage boys. that give me lots of ideas and just lots of things that they want to see on a card versus not, things that they're comfortable giving their teen guy friends for birthdays. But I mean, everything. I take pictures of flowers all the time. I love floral things, and I just love experimenting with color and different textures. Oh, my Crafting Sweet Memories event. Yes. Okay. So that's the next one of the next events I'm doing in October, and it is a virtual retreat that has a class kit with it. We'll be doing, it's got an exclusive class kit, and it's through the people who do the Nashville Craft Retreat. So yes, definitely check that out on my blog. I would love to see all of you there. Okay, I love the gold trim around the edge of the flower. Do you use other colors to edge your images? Yes. So in this video, we used a gold pen to edge that right there, just so that I didn't have the white edge from the die. See if you can see that. But I don't have another card with me where I've done that, but I a lot of times will do like a black edge, or, like if I'd wanted to, if I had used this color cardstock, I could have done like a red edge. I could have done green around them. I didn't have to do gold, but it looks really cool to kind of edge the cardstock with a marker. Okay, you blend techniques so beautifully and your card goes together so well. Thank you. How do you plan your cards? So I am one of those people who I dream about cards. I love card making, and I just tend to grab the products I think I'm going to use. And a lot of times when I start making the card, I don't have a complete plan. I may have a plan that it's going to be an easel card. I may have a plan that I want to have some gold accents on it, but I just start playing. I'm a big experimenter. And if you watch me in my live streams on my channel, we do a lot of experimenting with things that you don't normally think of, adding different textures, adding different paste and things like that. And a lot of times I just experiment, and I have gotten to the point where I experiment, I do it. If it doesn't turn out how I thought it was in my head, I'm okay with that, because it's what I made, and I'm good. I don't know if that gives you a great answer. Where do you get your greetings? Oh, so these greetings are from Altenew. So this Peace and Joy, it's a nice die. I like that font. Sorry, it's hard to hold it where you can see it. But this is from Altenew. Let me show you the pack. They have this set of, they're called Timeless Sentiments. This one specifically is holiday, but they have some really good ones. They have 1, 2, and 3, I believe. And they've got really nice, those beautiful, nice fonts, really great dies, really good to have in your stash, worth it just to have some great die cuts that'll do your sentiments. What's your next project? Oh man, so I am working on a project right now for another summit where I'm creating ornaments. I'm creating baby's first ornaments, and they're going to be a card with an ornament on the front. So I've got that coming up in, I think, September, maybe October as well. I've got a couple things in October coming up. But if you want to see recent projects, I can pull those out. Can't really share the ones coming up. Let me show you some of the recent ones. When I'm talking about, oh, sorry, what pen did I use? Hang on, I just saw that. What pen did you use on the edging of the flower? I'm going to try to show you this. And you'll see that I have sticky on this pen, because these pens come in a pack of 3. And one thing that you can do when you're organizing your craft room is to put a piece of washi tape on the one that you open, so that all of your pens don't dry out at the same time. So just a little thought. But this is the Uniball Signo, and it's gold. That's what we use to edge. Great pen, really good gel liner. See if there's another question before I start showing other stuff. Okay, so I'm going to show you some of my recent holiday cards, just to give y'all a little bit more inspiration, and so you can see a little bit more of my style. If you've got other questions, pop them up, because I would love to see them. So my most popular live stream in the last month is on this card. Okay, this card uses paste. It uses what's called a press plate, which is kind of like stamping. It uses some glitter paper, and it uses those same sentiments that we used in the class. Sorry, it's so hard to decide how to turn this, but I like doing all kinds of things. So this is all Altenew products as well. This is on my channel. It's one of the most recent live streams. So fun thing to see. Let's see if there's any more questions. How do I store my dies? Well, I can show you right here, because I've got them in this So this die here, so this right here is a pocket, and it's called an Avriel pocket. You can get these on Amazon. It's just a plastic pocket, and then I put my information up at the top so that I can store. I usually store things by company because I'm working with different companies. So I have an Altenew box that has all of my stuff in there, and I can kind of flip through and look for the one that I want. What do you do? Oh, Patty, what do you do with amazing cards you make? Well, Patty, Patty knows because she's got a couple of them. I am actually looking at, a lot of times I auction them off for charity events. I do send some out. Some people will buy them from me just to kind of help with expenses. And so I tend to, a lot of times Patty will ask me if I'm going to sell one. But I definitely do some auctions for charity with them and things like that. And of course, I send them to people. This is one that I made recently, speaking of experiments, which is an experiment with paste and embossing folders. So I'm going to kind of show y'all that. It also has, let's see who can guess what this secret ingredient is right here. Can you tell what that is? You see all that stuff right there? See if anybody can guess what that is. If you've seen my live stream, you probably know, but if not. Oh, the baby ornament in September. That is going to be on the Stress-Free Card Making Summit. Stress-Free Card Making Summit. If you'll just make sure you're on my newsletter list, you will get information on that. And make sure you're following me on Instagram. Make sure you're on YouTube. I always do a live stream to kind of promote what classes I'm going to be giving soon. I usually do some techniques that are similar, and a lot of times I'll get a coupon code from the company, which for this one I definitely will, so that you can get your supplies a little early. So you definitely want to be following me on YouTube and Instagram, and if you want to get on my newsletter, do that as well. How much time a week do you spend crafting? So lately I spend a lot less time crafting and a lot more time on technology, but I would say that I spend a few days a week crafting at least. I'd say 3 days a week maybe. The rest of it is definitely more than, I would say in all, it's more than 40 hours a week with the tech, editing videos, posting on Instagram. All of those things are a lot more time. But when I get in here and make cards, I can usually make a few cards in a day. Okay, so where did I get the plastic envelope for die storage? So that envelope that I showed you is from Amazon. It's called Avery, Averyellelle. It's a brand. And if you go to my Amazon store, which is Nicki Hearts Cards, like Amazon.com shop Nicki Hearts Cards, you'll find it. Altenew also makes some really nice ones. This is one that Altenew came out with recently. It's got their logo on it, but it holds the entire class kit. So if you're needing more storage, this has got a stencil, embossing folder, die, and stamp set all in one pouch. So those are good options as well. Okay, so how do I decide if I'm sorting by manufacturer? How do I decide which one to use when making a card? Well, generally, as my work goes, a lot of times I am required, like I need to make an Altenew card, or I need to make, blah, blah, blah. So a lot of times that's what I'm doing, and I can make that and just pick their product. So for me, it makes more sense to do that than to do anything else. So that's why I store them that way. Do you ever make cards on the go or mostly in your craft room? Mostly in my craft room because I do have a space for this. On the go, if I'm going to do something on the go, I tend to color or think of ideas, sketch out ideas as options. But most of the time on the go, I'm spending my on the go time working on the tech part versus doing the actual project. Thank you. You love my setup. That's a shelf. And okay, so this back here, let's see if I can go the right way, is all IKEA products. So right here, we got some built-ins. And then right here, we have an IKEA, I think it's called Alex drawers. And then above it is actually on Amazon. It's a shoe shelf that I used, or a computer riser, I think, that I used to add extra things to it. So I have lots of craft room videos. Check that out on my YouTube. Yes, I do. I do have a tutorial on my craft room. I've got intense, like tons of craft room tutorials about how I store Stampin' Dies, how I store paper, how this organization came together. So I've got a whole playlist of craftering. What did you say the greetings were called again? They are called, I'm going to hold it up so you can see it. Timeless Sentiments. Altenew Timeless Sentiments. Okay. Let's see what our next one is. The tutorial question was about the gold card. Can you repeat the question again? I'm sorry, Ardith, I don't remember what that was. I'm sorry. I don't remember what that question was. I'll show you things while she's popping that up. I know I'm wearing her out. So this is that one that we were just talking about, and then we got a question right in the middle of it, so I put it down. So I'm going to kind of show you that. Tutorial question. So with this card, oh, whoop, this card, okay. I'm trying to decide which one she's talking about, sorry. That card, okay. So this card is embossing folder, and it's got paste and then glitter paper. This sentiment is from that same set that I just showed you from Altenew. It's called Timeless Sentiments. And then we were trying to see if y'all would guess what I used as this, sorry, it's so hard to figure out where that is. Right there, what that is. This is a common household thing, especially in a construction site, and I threw it on my card. I'll tell you what it is at the end. How about that? We'll see if anybody gets it in the chat. So this technique, super fun. I've done this on a lot of reels. It's one of the things that I've experimented with that not a lot of people have tried, and it really turned out well. It's also the way that I made this bow. So it's using an embossing folder and using paste to create the bow. Let me show you another one. Here's another one. So I'm creating the bow. Oh, Becky got that. That is drywall mesh. Becky, yes, this is drywall mesh on the back of this. Good job, Becky. I wish I had a prize to give you. If you'll email me later, I might. Okay, it is definitely drywall mesh. So drywall mesh comes in a tape roll, and it looks really cool. So if you're doing like some just extra things, just look around your house and see what you've got. It's amazing what you can come up with. Let's see what else we got. My favorite colors. Okay, you can see my favorite colors. Blue is definitely on the top. I definitely do a lot of pink cards. I really love pink as well. But blue is like what my logo is. Blue and gold are kind of my logo, as you can tell from all these cards, right? I really love some blue and gold. I think it's very elegant. But if you look at previous tutorials, you're definitely going to see a lot of pinks and teals and really just a lot of color. I love color. This is an unusual card for me, not being a ton of color, but I also like to stretch my boundaries. So I try to try everything. Let's see if we got another one. My least favorite color. So I used to think that my least favorite color was orange, but I really love orange with masculine cards. It's just a great pop of color, but I would say the hardest color for me to use in a card and get it right is yellow. Yellow is difficult. It's difficult to photograph. It's difficult to show up on screen. It's just a hard color to work with, and so I tend to not use it a ton. Let's see if there's another one. Yeah, so Viv, definitely don't use yellow quite as much. I'm not a big like brown person. I tend to use grays. I use browns like when the scene requires a brown, but it's not something I just go to. How do you do the paste with the embossing folder? So that is there's a couple different ways that you can do it. You can put paper and put the paste on the paper, or you can do it directly in the embossing folder. You really need to see my entire video on that to see how it's done, because it is a little bit of a process, and it's scary to people because they're afraid they're going to break their embossing folders, but you're not. It's plastic. The type of paste that I'm using in those videos is like a plastic type of tape or paste. And so it scrapes off other plastic really pretty easily. It's a little bit of cleanup, but you've got lots of options. So definitely check out that video. It's on my channel, Nicki Hearts Cards, and I think it's like 7 ways to use relief paste. It's called the paste that I use on this, which I don't have the jar of, is also from Altenew, and it's called Altenew Shimmer Relief Paste. It's similar to Lunar Paste, but a little bit more sparkly. Okay, so make sure you see that. Okay, so it looks like it's time for us to start wrapping it up. So yes, tag me in the Facebook group with any questions. Make sure you follow me on social media, Instagram, YouTube, all of those things. I will try to read over the chat over the next 24 hours. And if I saw something going on in there, I'll try to answer it if I can. It takes a little while for that to populate on YouTube. But it's very good to be with you. And I enjoyed seeing all of you. I hope you loved my class, and I hope to see you again really soon.